Deb. Thank you so much. It was awesome. I was so glad. Excellent.
Yeah. Come on in, folks, after you sign in. There's plenty of seats up here. Don't be afraid to sit up here. I was talking to some folks about an hour and a half ago, and I said, what if we have a party and we only have 10? It's still a good party, right?
Yeah.
Right? But here we have a party, and we have all of these folks coming out, and I'm so proud of all of you. So thank you for coming out this day. For those of you who are in the media, I have to tell you, this will probably be very boring. Because we're not here to rabble-rouse. We're not here to start a big protest. We're not going to march around the town square. Aww. The kids already did that for us. Yay. By the way, should we get needed. But we're here to be community with each other, and we're going to talk more about that, what care means, what cares means, and what we can do together as a community. I love this community. I've been here since the 1st of July, and I am so proud to be here, and I'm so excited to be part of this community of Spirit Lake as a whole. I'm so proud of my church and my family. I'm so proud of my children. I have one in every building. I do. 3rd grade, 6th grade, 10th grade. So, you know, I feel like that this is my family, my community, and your kids are my kids. And so I'm here out of love. I'm here because I care about our community, I care about our children, and I care about our schools. Now, up first to speak is Joe Vanderlaan. Let's give it up for Joe.
I'm glad Deb cares. I'm glad you care. I'm Joe Vanderlaan, and I care. I care about our community. I came to this town in 1975, and I still today tell people I couldn't get here fast enough. What a great community we live in. Let's give it up for this community.
Yeah.
Remember, I told you that I'm proud to be a citizen of this community because a group of about 20, 30 members of this community got together a lot of hours in the last 3 or 4 days. And I'm sorry if we're not completely prepared. We're only 4 days old. But we've begun a group called CARES. CARES is a coalition for accountable and responsible educational system. And I'd like to bring Pastor Deb back up now because she does care. And she's going to tell you what CARES is all about. Thank you.
I am here because I care. I care about our community, our children, and our schools, and that's what CARES is all about. This is not a political action committee, okay? This is about people taking responsibility for our schools, for our children, and our community. And that means that we need to be informed, doesn't it? So what is CARES about? Well, CARES is, as we said, a coalition. It means a gathering, a group, a community formed around one issue, and that issue is to have an accountable, accountable. That means that we need to be accountable to each other, and we need to be accountable as a community, and we need to hold others accountable when we ask them to represent us, right? So we're accountable, and we're also asking for responsibility. We know what responsibility is. As parents, isn't that the #1 lesson we want to teach our kids? How to be responsible. So the coalition, C, for accountable, A, responsible, educational, we know what that is, right? Spirit Lake?
Indian!
All right, thank you. And system. It's not a rogue group. It's not that we're going to go off, start charter schools. We're not going to all start homeschooling. We're going to work within the system, okay? We're not going to go and do things that are nasty or threatening. We're going to work together. We're going to be peaceful about this. Because change, this didn't happen over time, did it? This didn't happen just overnight. This happened over time. Not just about Mr. Sherman, we're talking about our finances within the school board and the school district. This didn't happen overnight, did it?
No.
Okay? We have to be informed, and we need to be able and be prepared to participate in these discussions. So, again, I just want us to think about how we are going to go forward and be informed and responsible and participate as people who care. How many of you have been to one school board meeting in your life? Okay, keep your hand up if you've been to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, do we see a problem here? Okay, school board meeting tomorrow at 6:30. We need to be present to win. Another plan is to also have some public forums where we can talk about Pebble. It's an important vote coming up, and we need to be informed about what that means. Where we can get together and talk about the school financial situation, where we can get to talk about other things that are affecting our children in our schools. So that's what CARES is about, and I hope that you're a little bit interested in what's going on and ways that you can participate. We have someone else that's going to speak for just a moment, and then we'll be doing some small group work. So hold on just a minute. I'd like to introduce Larry Stolber.
Thank you, but I've never spoke for just a minute in my life. I'm also a 1974 graduate of Spirit Lake High School. Very proud of that. And at the time, we were all proud to be graduates because Iowa was considered to be one of the top education states in the United States, and Spirit Lake was thought to be one of the top schools in that system. I'm dismayed at where we find ourselves now. The classes are about the same size as when I graduated. The administration's a lot bigger, and we got a lot more buildings, and we seem to be bankrupt, and none of those things occurred in 1974. I spent a lot of time on the phone with Mr. Sherman yesterday, and he asked me to bring you a message from him. Actually, 2 messages. Number 1, Mr. Sherman has legal counsel. Rick Berry of Spencer is representing him in his personal dealings with the school board. And I took a lot of time with Jedd to assure him that Rick Berry was the finest legal counsel available, and that he would work hard, and that he was not bound by any ties or political motivations. So rest assured that Jedd Sherman on his personal agenda is well represented. The other thing that Jedd asked me, the message he asked me to bring today, is he's not with you, not because he doesn't want to be, and not particularly on advice of legal counsel, though legal counsel told him it was probably better to stay away today. It was his personal decision and his wife Kara's that he wouldn't be here today, because he wants you to understand that the work you're doing on behalf of your children and the school system, and he doesn't want it to appear that this meeting was brought together by him or because of him for the purpose of supporting his cause. He appreciates whatever support you can give him, but he doesn't want his problem to overshadow the larger issues that you're going to deal with on the school board level.